What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So, look, in light of the situation with Tim Anderson, for those who don't know, star baseball player for the Chicago White Sox, he had a baby on his wife, right? And then it seems to be a situation where it looks like he could be in love with two women at the same time. Um, and I looked at this situation and I said, I don't know if this is the case for Tim. Tim may have gotten married because he was ready to marry that woman and he was in love and head over heels and so on and so forth, right? Excuse me, but I always tell men, you get married when you want to get married, because you want to get married, because you want to get married, not because you're getting pressured by your mama, your daddy, your grandmama. Because I spoke about the fact that Tim Anderson is from the South, and I've seen, like, going to school in Mississippi and Arkansas, I've seen Southern families pressure their children to get married, especially in Mississippi. They son be 22. They mama be like, when you gonna make an honest woman out of that woman? When they dad, well, you need to marry that woman, son. You need to marry that woman. I didn't see the man's family, not the woman's family, just get on the son for me. Why you not married? You need to marry that woman. You need to marry that woman. And it's simply because they've been together 2.5 years and ain't broke up yet. Not because they both look ready for marriage. They both look ready to give their life to God and take all these vows. They don't think their son's ready. They don't even know if their son is ready to do any of that. They just looking at it at the fact that, hey, they've been together 2 years and ain't broke up yet. So let's just get married. I promise y'all, bro. No disrespect to Mississippi, man. So many brothers in Mississippi got married just to do something. Then I know it. Brothers was getting married like a motherfucker. Next 2 days after that, cheating like hell. Cause they really wasn't ready to get married. They're just doing something just to do it, or doing it because that's what you supposed to do when you down in you in Mississippi. Your family looking at you like you supposed to do that, or you want to look like you want to present a certain image to the public, or a certain image to the church that you go to, or something like that, right? Or they get married out of obligation, or I got a baby with the girl, so I got to marry her now, so we won't break up the family unit. And while that is admirable, because I'm all for black families staying together, you know what I mean, and I love pushing the black family unit because it does help the children when two parents are in the household. But brother, if you're not ready to be committed to that woman, don't be out here asking for that woman's hand in marriage. For real. I don't care if she pressuring you, if her family pressuring you, or your family pressuring you. You're not going to do right because you're not ready to be in that situation for real. You're not ready to be committed to that woman and have that and walk in faith with that woman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers that I know who got married out of obligation, man, I'm telling y'all, or got married out of due to pressure, man, still cheating like hell to this day because they really were not ready for it. And then, honestly, you can say it's some childish things in them that just never clicked with being in alignment with the woman that they asked for. They asked for her hand in marriage, right? But yeah, man, I know a lot of brothers that just got pressured or they cheated initially and they cleaned up, but they cheated initially and they caused their woman a whole lot of heartache and grief because they were not ready and they were just doing something to appease her or to shut her up. What? Don't marry a woman that shut her up. I'm telling you right now. You marry a woman because you're ready to be in lockstep with her. You ready to be in sync with her. You ready to be one with that woman, and you ready to be committed to her and stand on them vows that you took. A lot of the men that I know who were ready, who got married because they wanted to, they don't have a problem with fidelity. A lot of them, and I promise you, they're extremely disciplined, despite the stereotypes that men face as far as like being sexual, I guess, being, what's the word I'm looking for? Wanderers or philanderers or whatever. Despite the stereotypes that men face, I know a lot of faithful men out here. And they are the ones who got married because they really wanted to be with their woman. They felt like they found something good. They didn't want to let it go. They felt like, hey, I cannot lose this. This woman is everything to me. She's the best thing in the world. And they got married and they still holding it down right now. I got a beautiful family, so on and so forth. And I know because I went to school with them, went to college with them, and some of them are my best friends, right? But then, I knew other people growing up, especially down in Mississippi, or even in high school, dudes that been with their girl for a couple of years, and they get married, and it's just like they having a hard time being with their woman for real, or really being committed to her, because they really wasn't ready. The people in their family was telling him, "Hey, no, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that," and they went and did it, and look, felt and They did all the wrong shit as soon as they got married. As soon as they got married, he's coming in the house 3 in the morning, wife cussing them out, all type of crazy shit. And they really can't be respectful in their marriage because it's not something that they want to do. Or it's not something that they really, really want to do. So I don't think no man should get married out of obligation or out of pressure, right? You get married because that's what you really, really want to do. And it's something that you feel like you can't, that you feel like you can't live without that woman. And you want to, you want to wake up every morning with this woman without no question, no hesitation. Because if you don't feel like that, I promise you, if you really feel like, oh, she nagging and I really can't stand her, but I'm gonna marry her, shit gonna go south immediately. The moment you at work and you meet what they call it, a work wife, and she clicking with you in ways that you really don't click with your wife because y'all ain't clicked since y'all was with children and y'all just trying to do something just to say y'all did it. The moment she start checking off certain boxes, you're gonna lose your fucking mind. And then you're gonna think you done found the love of your life at work. And then you in a conundrum because you in there having fantasies about your work wife instead of your own wife. All right. So I've seen these situations happen before, man. So I don't care what nobody's saying. People will tell you, hey, men either try to pressure men to get married or you need to step up and do it. If you got to do all that and convince that man to get married, and you got to I guess, come up with a damn thesis. A thesis to tell him why he should get married. That brother don't need to get married. Because his mind ain't even in it. His heart ain't really in it for real. If it was, you wouldn't have to talk to him too much, really. Sometimes you don't have to talk to him at all. He already know. He like, man, listen, I'm finna go get this ring, whatever. Like, yeah, but brothers, don't do that. Because so many dudes do it and then don't be doing right. They take them vows and all that, and they take the woman's hand in marriage. And again, the next month, they got 3-4 girlfriends while they married. So again, always if you're gonna do marriage, do it because that's something that you want to do. You feel invoked spiritually in your heart you feel like I gotta have this woman for me and me only. Because if not, boy, for real, I'm telling you, I promise you, when I was in Mississippi, boy, some of them boys were getting married just to do it and be cheating like crazy. And I'm looking like, how y'all doing all this damn cheating in these little bitty towns where everybody know everybody car and license plate? Everybody know everybody license plate and down and everybody in there, what car people drive down there. So I'm like, gee, how the hell y'all in here doing all this sneaking or whatever? But they was doing it, man. And it was a lot of the young brothers because they really wasn't ready for that, but they didn't want to face that heat from their mama and them. That heat from grandmama, from big mama and them on their head about why they ain't married. Big daddy married me when he was 20. He was 20 years old. He was 19 years old. He knew to marry me. And big daddy had family over here, on this side of the town, on that side of town, on that side of town. Big daddy might have had a baby with your best friend and you don't even know it. Okay? Because big daddy just did some shit he heard his daddy tell him to do. He heard his mama tell him to do. He wasn't ready for that for real. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not trying to denigrate marriage or make marriage seem like it's a bad thing or try to shift away from, people getting married young. I feel like you can get married at whatever age you want to get married at if you're ready. If you feel like in your spirit, this is what you're ready to do, something you want to do. But if not, don't do it. Do not do it. Because you don't want to be out here embarrassing your lady, causing her grief, pain, and strife. She losing hair because you out here doing her dirty. Can't sleep at night, crying herself to sleep at night because you doing her dirty. Because you ain't ready to be no committed husband. You're not ready for that. You know what I mean? You just doing it because out of obligation, or you feel like you're feeling heat in your own household from your lady. Nah, bro, it's not gonna work if you're doing it and you don't want to do it. It's not gonna work, and a marriage is not gonna work if you don't want to do it. If you don't feel invoked to marry her on your own terms. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel invoked to marry her because you want to, it's not gonna work. Get married out of pressure and obligation all you want to. It's going to go south immediately, I feel like, man. So that's just my word of advice. I don't know if that's a situation with Tim Anderson. He could have been head over heels for his wife. And then, I don't know, they probably been together for a while. And then stuff started to go south with his wife. And then he met a woman and she started checking off more boxes than his wife. And I don't know, but it happened. But I don't know, man. Hopefully they can work it out, him and his wife and whatever. But if he can't, you need to go ahead and get out of the marriage instead of causing a lot of grief, pain, and strife. But shoot, she might not want to get out of that marriage until that 10-year mark come and she can get half of that bread. I don't know, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.